Hey everyone, we're live. This is Kristen David with Upleveling Your Business, and I am here with Marcela Bruzino. I'm super excited because we are talking about marketing today. It's part of National Write a Business Plan Month, and you definitely want to be all in because we got a special thing for you at the end. But hey, how many of you want to know how we do our marketing and plan out our marketing at Upleveling Your Business? Yeah? Give us a heck yeah in the comments, because I've got Marcela here and she and I are going to share with you all kinds of insider scoop on what we do, how we plan out our marketing plans, and some of the pivots that we take along the way. So Marcela, thank you for joining. I'm excited.
Hi, Kristen. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, no, we were talking about when you think about marketing planning, the people that are right there in the trenches with you sometimes, they're planning and looking at like what's working, what's not working, and planning the next phase of what we're going to work on. We were talking about this and I was like, let's have Marcela jump on because she's seen all aspects of this business.
Sure.
You worked with me for how long has it been? Like 7 months, 6 months?
Yeah, I think it's 6-7 months.
Awesome. So, hey, everybody, be sure and post in the comments and let's have some fun. You can ask us anything. We will definitely jump in and have lots of fun. Oh, I see some love from Megan. Excellent. Absolutely. We're going to have fun and we're going to talk about marketing. And let me just back it up for a minute and talk about the 4 pillars of successful business management. The 4 pillars are: number 1 is planning, 2 marketing, sales, 3 management, and 4 financial controls. So in your business plan, you want to have these 4 elements so that you know where you're going. What's the plan with marketing and sales? What's the plan with management? What's the plan with your financial controls so you're profitable? And what's the plan with building out those systems in each of these different elements? And so Marcela and I are going to kind of jump in. We're going to talk about lots of fun stuff on how you build a marketing plan and what we do kind of quarterly and monthly and weekly. Now, Marcela, you've had the joy of helping me with my calendar and planning ahead. So can you share a little bit about like what are some of the calendared events and things that we put on to make sure we're looking like ahead for the next quarter or for the next couple of weeks?
Well, we usually start with the webinars, when the webinars dates, when our Facebook Lives, when's gonna be our virtual happy hours, our team meetings, our marketing meetings. So we pretty much know when those are gonna be happening. So we start from those big events and then start planning the little ones and the little meetings that have to go to set those big meetings ready.
Absolutely. Yeah, getting those big anchors in there that we know are in the deliverables that we've promised, like, or monthly webinars and things like that. And getting those secure on the calendar, I don't know about you, but it feels good to me just to know there's a plan, to know that that there's a time chunked aside to like finally get to it. Because everybody loves marketing, right? Like marketing's the fun thing, the sexy thing. But we need to have enough time to work on it. That's the big part.
Yeah, we have to, for example, me working for Kristen, I know that if we're going to do a launch on the month of January, I know that Kristen and the team, we need time to have that program ready. So we have to be blocking that time, guys.
Absolutely. So let's talk about that a little bit. So we end up talking quarterly, like what are we going to be promoting and doing for the quarter ahead. We were just doing this the other day for January. And listen, guys, sometimes it looks kind of messy. Sometimes it doesn't look so sexy and nice. It's like you're wondering, like, what is this? What it kind of looks like a mishmash of different things. In fact, I'm just going to pop up for everybody. You're going to see a little insider scoop on like what we've got planned for the next couple of months. But this was one we did just recently where this was the, January. We've got the systems bundle that we'll be promoting, and then a big webinar on new year, new you calendaring. And then we put in the testimonials and the VIP referral program as part of the give, what do we call it? Give the gift of love, give the gift of a referral. And so each of these squiggly lines and boxes, like as we were on our planning call, we were building those out and talking about what those are. So lots of, just a little planning goes a long ways. Yeah. But that was you helped get that together.
Yeah. And it's a rough draft. Like we have these big ideas and then we start brainstorming. If, for example, if give the gift of love is going to be the theme, then we start brainstorming, I don't know, challenges or images, whatever comes to our head. That's what we discuss on that quarterly meeting.
Yeah. And that's where the fun part is, right? Like we get to sit down and like figure out, okay, we kind of want to do this. What are we going to layer in? How is this going to work? So then there was the, share with everybody kind of like a typical week, like getting more granular and bringing it down. Once we have some of the bigger things pictured in, what's a week in the life like?
Okay, so we usually know like 2 weeks ahead when the month starts, what we're going to be discussing or promoting on that month. So me as the marketing assistant I start my week on Thursdays, where I have to send or I prep the images, for example, or the snippets or the comments that are going to go on our social media. So that's usually planned like a week ahead. So when we know, for example, if we have to pivot for something, we can do it and it's not going to be like rushed or anything. For example, then we have our monthly marketing meetings where we discuss how the previous week went and what we can change, what we can modify, what's working, what's not working. And then I meet real frequently with our marketing coordinator, Nicole. She's awesome. We are always sending each other's ideas, sending each other examples of different posts that we saw on different social media. So we're always trying to bring fresh stuff to up-leveling your business.
So I got to say, I'm just going to share with everybody, like we have a little marketing team Slack channel, and I love seeing the riffs and the stuff going back and forth between Marcella and Nicole. Like they are noodling all these different ideas. They are completely like some of the memes, like I was almost in tears one night when Marcella like started putting these different ones up there. And, it just was like, you just have to kind of play with an idea. And then sometimes we're like, okay, maybe not the best idea, but you don't know until you try. And that's actually one of our core values is innovation. And the fact that we want everyone on the team to always be innovating, trying new things, thinking of outside of the box. What else can we do? Because we won't know until we try it, until we flesh it out. And so I love watching the Slack channel and seeing all these ideas.
I love having Slack, honestly, because I don't know when creativity is going to strike me. So I know that you're going to see the message eventually.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. And for those of you that don't have a good system for managing your marketing team, I mean, a good marketing coordinator helps manage and put that together. We did that whole package, how to hire, train, and onboard a on board and work with a marketing coordinator last month, which is out there. But, having good communication. So we use both our Slack channel and we use the Asana. And then, of course, our Zoom meetings and emails. But having a good place where things can live and where we can assign due dates and having the clarity of like who's in charge of what part of what, different projects, that goes a long ways. Now, Marcella, you recently moved over from working more with me to now officially being full on the marketing team.
Yeah.
What has that been like as you've kind of transitioned and getting clarity on like your new role and the new tasks that you're in charge of?
Well, it's been amazing, honestly, because I know how you work, so I know what you expect from me as an executive assistant, and now as a marketing assistant, sorry. So it's been really smooth. And honestly, our marketing coordinator, Nicole, has been amazing. Like whenever I have a question, she's ready to help me and to just help me set in my new role. Sophie's great as well. Jen is amazing. And I don't feel like I'm working for a virtual team because we're always in constant communication. We're always knowing who's doing what by when. So yeah, it's been great. I think we make an exceptional team. Kristen, I don't know what you think, but I've been adjusting pretty well.
I was just actually typing up in the thing of have great communication on your team, and everybody out there knows me. I always promote the who shall do what by when, because I don't care whether it's in a marketing meeting or whether it's a conversation with a client, or heck, I've even had people tell me that they've used it with their kids and spouses just to have clarity at the end of a conversation. Okay, I just want to confirm you're going to do this by this day.
Yeah.
But it's just a good way of life to always get that clarity and make sure we know what the deadline is and what the time frame is and when can we expect it, so we know when someone will get their part done so we can do our part. You do a lot of that with like the Jen is our copywriter, and she writes our emails and blog parts and in social media snippets and such. And then you're waiting for her material so you can then source great images and do other things to make it fun. Tell me about that handoff. Like, how do you guys communicate? How does that come through?
Well, I usually need to know when's like the due date so that I can ideally have everything ready and like.
You got a little fan love out there. Marcella's
Thank you.
And Jen's even in there. Love working with our team. Awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I interrupted you.
Yeah, that's okay. So I basically try to have that delivery ready like 24 hours before. So I think it's a good model for me because we have to always expect the unexpected, right? So having it 24 hours before ready, it gives us a little room if we have to pivot or something.
Yeah. Well, and so let's talk about another big change in the last couple of months. We brought on Nicole as our marketing coordinator a couple months ago. And before that, everything was bottlenecked with me as the owner. And people would ask for my approval to get things out. And it was all dependent on when I had time to finally get to it, review it, and give feedback. And now that she's able to just like manage all of that, review it, look at that, that's the key part. Yeah.
It's been running smoothly.
Megan's gonna expect the unexpected. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And listen, that's part of the name of the game with marketing is like, it's an experiment. We don't know what's going to work, what's not going to work. You do have to expect the unexpected. With that said, like, you build a plan and you see what happens, right? Like you never know from time to time what's going to work well and what's not going to work. And you build a plan and you start executing, then you pivot along the way.
Yeah, you have to, like in my experience with previous businesses is that you think that you're doing everything correctly, and then boom, something happens outside of what you can control. For example, COVID. So you always have to pivot. You always have to plan A, B, Z, D. Like there's 27 letters to the alphabet. So
it's and sometimes we don't know what it's going to be at certain times. And I mean, listen, I think you and I and Nicole have gotten on a couple times and we're like, okay, what do we need to change up? What do we need to do? What else could we try? Right? Like it's just a matter of planning it out. So listen, I one of the fun things I know that you were helping me on and that we have planned for, this is kind of a special thing for everybody. We have a plan coming up next week to have where our webinar is on how to write a business plan in 60 minutes. Because this is like part of that thing where you all know you need to do it. Yes, all of you business owners know you need to do it, but we don't always get to it timely. And so this is one of those opportunities that in 60 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the steps. And Marcella, I'm just going to show them. I know you were working on this amazing business plan template. I'm popping it on the screen. You know me, I'm a sharer. I'm always sharing stuff. So for anybody that's interested, this is sort of like the go-to like planning portion. We're going to walk you through. It's got a bunch of the marketing components. What are you working on? We're going to help you with your ideal client. We're going to walk through some of your marketing plan for the next 2 quarters, management, financial controls, like all kinds of materials there. So you for anybody that's interested, if you want to do the How to Write a Business Plan in 60 Minutes webinar, you can jump over to this website, get registered. You get a free business plan template, that awesome PDF I just showed you that Marcella's been rocking on. And in the webinar, we're going to go through it. You're going to be crafting it as we talk. And then we're going to even open it up to allow you some time to send it over to me, and I'll give you some feedback on your business plan. Because listen, it's National Write a Business Plan Month, and we want people to work on that business plan and work on that marketing plan. So for those of you that are ready to like refresh or just get started, that's a great one for you. I see that we're still getting. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just wanted to add that sometimes as a business owner, you think, or you have like a strength. For example, marketing is my strength, but I don't necessarily know much about finance. So if you get to this webinar, then you'll know what you need for your business plan in terms of finances, or in terms of, I don't know, like planning or sales.
No, great point. I mean, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, and part of writing a business plan is getting a little more balanced so that you at least have a game plan of what you're going to work on in the new year to bring each of those pillars up so that you're more stable and more profitable and thrive. Absolutely. I was going to say over in the comments, we're getting more Facebook love for you, Marcella. Everybody loves having you on here.
Creativities and telling us how to go. Oh yeah. Yeah. I love that. Thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, I think as Megan and others have said, communicating who's doing what by when is so powerful, but that's like more on the execution side, right? And first we have to have a plan, and you have to have that business plan that's saying, okay, what are we trying to accomplish? And at what point in time, like in the next quarter or next 2 quarters, so that we can then fashion a plan that's going to let us be able to easily execute that on a more granular level. So,
correct.
So listen, couple bonus things for people. I just want to, like, once again, if you sign up for the webinar, you get the free business plan template and the opportunity to have me review your business plan, which for anyone out there that's worked with me knows that it can be an experience. Let's just say that. I give a lot of feedback. some tough love at times, I would say. So special bonus for everybody that does that. And then Marcella, just coming back to our, building out the marketing plan and what we're building, and what would you say has been a couple of the most powerful parts of when you plan, but you don't always, like, things don't go as planned, like,
oh yeah,
like the live streams or in, the emails or whatever. Share a couple of the things that you've seen of, like, where do we have to pivot sometimes? The plan goes awry.
Well, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, we had this live stream. Kristen was having a guest, and we usually try to contact our guests or start communicating with the guests like a week before the live stream. So we emailed the person and never replied. I think we emailed the person like 3 times and we never heard back from her. So I think it was like 15 minutes before the live stream, we were like, she's ghosting us. What are we gonna do? So Nicole, she's amazing and she knows a lot of people. So she was able to find us another guest in like 10 minutes. And the person, like, Tara, was amazing. Her live stream was super. I remember I was watching that live stream from the car because I was picking up my son. And I was like, oh, I wish I could write this down. Her insights are amazing. So yeah, that's why I say expect the unexpected, because we thought
the truth.
Yeah, we thought we were doing everything correctly, like everything with our plan, and we couldn't have imagined that the person was going to ghost us. So yeah.
And that's the beauty of plan A, and then you sometimes have plan B and C, right?
Yeah.
A good solid plan. No, Nicole stepped up and found us an amazing, amazing guest. Tara's great. In fact, I'm still, chatting with Tara every 2 weeks now. But it's, who would have guessed that something like that would happen? And then when it does, it's like, okay, what's plan B? What are we gonna do? And you know what?
We do understand that life happens, right?
Yeah.
Like life happens sometimes, and sometimes we've been on the other side where we can't do whatever we agree to.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to expect the unexpected.
No, that's such a perfect mantra for marketing. I think we're going to have to coin that. Megan, you're going to have to get some like little coins that are done that are flipped, like expect the unexpected or something.
Yeah.
But no, I hope everybody joins us for the webinar on Thursday. And I hope everybody learned some great nuggets today about just insider scoop on what we do, how we do our marketing. So many great components. I love our marketing team. They rock. You guys, Marcella, just watching you and Jen and Nicole and everybody kind of come together to kind of build things, having Sophie and Aaron also kind of coming in, helping on some of the tech and the website and the graphics. And it's just such a joy to like see the team kind of come together. So thank you for jumping in today and sharing some of these inside scoops. It's been awesome.
Thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Good. Any final thing you want to share with maybe other people that are either thinking about building out their marketing team and getting a marketing assistant, or messages to owners of what to do or what not to do? What would you leave as a final nugget?
I would say don't wait. Don't wait until you're here with water. Like, don't wait. And you can check out our programs. Like, honestly, the marketing assistant program, the marketing coordinator program, they're amazing. And if you are hesitant, you can just join to our business mastery college.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I know when Marcella first joined the company, she like just dove in, and you've run your own business yourself, and but just learning and absorbing and seeing all these, nuanced ways and new perspectives. And you've done such a great job of like picking up on things, but you also bring your own creativity and flair to the social media and to the marketing. It's been awesome. So thank you for sharing those tidbits. Obviously, I will second that notion. You can all purchase our products anytime you want. Our systems packages are designed to, seriously, it's like 8 hours of materials shoved into less than 3 hours, so that it's like tightly packed, lots of material to help busy business owners get up and running really fast. So awesome. Well, thank you, Marcella, again for jumping in. And I think it's time for us to sign off. We'll wish everybody a great week and join us for that webinar on Thursday. Bye, everyone.